Hello everybody, hello, welcome back to the Dugout Football channel where it is time for match week number 3 in the Premier League 2020-21 season. I want to give a massive thank you to everybody who viewed the last video. It has been probably one of the most viewed videos on the channel. It is at 1,345 views, so thank you so much to that. It is just absolutely incredible, and thank you to the 20 people who took part in the comments as well. Really nice to see a lot of people getting involved in this, so hopefully continue this during the season as well. But if you are new around here, then please hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video as well, and we shall start things off. So how did I do in last week? So it was going pretty well to begin with, and then middle few games it wasn't very good. But I got 7 points, including one perfect score, which was Aston Villa 1, Sheffield United 0. And I got the Leicester outcome, I got the Arsenal outcome, the Leeds outcome, and the Everton outcome. Now, of all the 20 people who obviously took part, top scorers, yes, there were 2 again this round. So the top scorers in this round were Bluebird Legend with 9 points and Annabelle Bassett 9 points as well. So Bluebird Legend, which is Paul, and Annabelle Bassett, congratulations on those high scores. So we will see how well people do in the next game week. So we have some fantastic games this week to begin with. At 12:30 on Saturday we have Brighton against Manchester United, and then 3 o'clock we have Crystal Palace against Everton. That is on Amazon Prime as well. Saturday night football is West Brom against Chelsea, and then at 8 o'clock we have Burnley against Southampton. And then the Super Sunday, BT Sports, Sheffield United against Leeds United, Yorkshire Derby, so that will be very interesting for sure. Tottenham against Newcastle United, Manchester City against Leicester City, West Ham against Wolves, and then 2 Monday games. We have Fulham against Aston Villa, and then probably the game of the weekend is Liverpool against Arsenal. So starting things off with Brighton against Manchester United, and the last 5 between the sides have resulted in 2 wins to Brighton and 3 wins to Manchester United, and the last result was a 3-0 win to United. Brighton getting a fantastic 3-0 win over Newcastle United. They were absolutely superb. Tariq Lamptey was fantastic again, and obviously Neil Maupay was absolutely fantastic as well. But Brighton winning 3-0 away from home. Yes, they'll be without Basuma, which is a massive blow, but letter of the law, if your foot is that high, it is a red card, unfortunately. But Brighton, fantastic win against Newcastle, and they will go to the Manchester United game against Saturday's opponents, Manchester United, and it has to be said, that was a very poor performance from United. Just didn't get going. Defensively, an absolute defensive disaster class from Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire, to be fair. They were very poor as well. Timothy Fosu-Mensah didn't have his best game either. Good to see Donny van de Beek on the score sheet though. Good to see him on the score sheet. But unfortunately, Manchester United second best throughout that game. And credit goes to Crystal Palace. I thought Crystal Palace did very well in that game. And yeah, second win in 19 games against Manchester United that Palace have got. So very well done to them. So Manchester United not got the best of records at the Amex, but obviously last season they did win by 3-0. I'm going to go for a Man United win. I think Man United will kick off the second game of their season, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Manchester United. So we'll see what happens as well. But I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be a very good game. But I'm going to go for Brighton 1, Manchester United 2. Crystal Palace against Everton now. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 3 wins to Everton and 2 draws. And the last result was a 0-0 draw between the sides. As I've said, Crystal Palace were absolutely superb against Manchester United. thoroughly deserved to win. I think there was one person in the comments, actually, I think it was Diego C. Palace, who actually predicted a Palace win. So kudos to you for you know, getting that score, getting the outcome. In fact, you were very close to the perfect score. In fact, but I thought Palace were absolutely fantastic. Townsend especially was very good. I also thought that Zaha had a very good game as well. Interestingly enough, though, the penalty that was obviously missed by Ayew was retaken by Zaha, which is very interesting. I thought you couldn't do that, but obviously I don't know the rules, so you know, you have to say that that was a very good win for Crystal Palace. Everton, yeah, these two sides, it's going to be a really tough one to call, this one. Because Everton are on the back of a 5-2 win over West Brom, and it has to be said that Dominic Calvert-Lewin, James Rodriguez were absolutely superb in this game. Dominic Calvert-Lewin getting a hat-trick as well. Fantastic hat-trick. And this is a guy who we thought could score goals for sure, but you have to say he's been absolutely fantastic. And I think this will continue. I think a really hard one to call, this one. Crystal Palace and Everton, both unbeaten so far this season. I'm going to say that both of them will remain unbeaten. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this game. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. We'll see what happens. But I am going to go for a draw because of the two form in between the sides. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in the game. West Brom against Chelsea. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 4 wins to Chelsea and 1 draw. And the last result was a 4-0 win to Chelsea. West Brom, you have to say, they played well against Everton. First half, they got the goal. And then you saw Pereira get an absolute beauty of a free kick as well, past Jordan Pickford. That was a fantastic strike into the top corner as well. Kieran Gibbs has to know better. It was a very bad. He retaliated, and that's a straight red. That is a straight red, unfortunately. So you have to say that it was a red card. And then Slaven Bilic gets sent off at the half-time whistle as well. To be fair, though, he didn't swear. He didn't do anything. So, you know, that's one thing you can say. But it was disappointing. It was very Disappointing to see that he got sent off. Chelsea, well, they'll be licking the wounds of a 2-0 defeat to Liverpool. Timo Werner had a good game, but didn't really get many chances. Kai Havertz, again, very poor. And Christensen thought he was a rugby player. Thought he was an American football player. The way he had his arms around Mane's neck, yeah, it was a definite red card. It had to go to VAR, though. How that went to VAR, I don't know. Because I was screaming at the telly, red card, and it was a red card. And Paul Tierney gave out a yellow card, and he went over to the monitor and then changed his mind and got into a red card out of his pocket. Kepa, I think his career at Chelsea is over. Another mistake from Kepa, and it has to be said that Chelsea they'll have the new goalkeeper for sure, Mendy. So it's going to be a really interesting game. But I can really only see a Chelsea win, because Chelsea they did do well against Brighton, didn't do very well against Liverpool. I do think they'll win this one. I can see Werner getting off the mark. I can maybe see Havertz maybe getting a goal as well. But I'm going to go for a 3-0 win to Chelsea. I think West Brom's, West Brom do concede goals, and that is their main Achilles heel. Is for me is that West Brom do concede too many goals. So West Brom 0, Chelsea 2. Burnley against Southampton. Both of these sides off the back of heavy defeats in the last game. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 2 wins to Burnley and 3 draws. And the last result was a 3-0 win to Burnley. Burnley coming off the back of a 4-2 defeat to Leicester City. Not helped by the fact that they were criminals of their own downfall. It has to be said that the own goal, it wasn't very, very good. It was a very good cross from Tielemans, it has to be said, but unfortunately, you know, it was an own goal as well. But to their credit, Burnley took the lead, but defensively still shocking. They were missing Tarkowski, to be fair. A lot has been said in the press recently about Tarkowski, but it'll be interesting to see where he goes, I think. And but Southampton, on the other hand, 5-2 defeat to Tottenham Hotspur. Obviously, we can all say that Danny Ings getting the 2 goals as well for Southampton, which is very, very good as well. He'll be going back to his old stomping ground. Funnily enough, I'm going to go for a shock here. I think many people would expect Burnley to win this one, but I'm actually going to go for a Southampton win. I know Southampton haven't started the season very, very well, but I just think something's wrong in the Burnley camp right now. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Southampton in this game. Could be a shock, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Southampton. And we move on to the Sunday games, and what a game we have first on Sunday, live at 12 o'clock on BT Sport. It is Sheffield United against Leeds United, the Yorkshire derby. They've only played 4 times in the Premier League era, and that is 2 wins to Leeds, 1 win to Sheffield United, and 1 draw. And the last result was a 2-2 draw between the sides. Sheffield United have just lost 1-0 to Aston Villa. John Egan will be missing with a straight red. It's really difficult to say whether or not that was a red card. Yes, he is denying a goal scoring opportunity, but it looked really harsh. It did look really, really harsh to me. I don't know what people think of that, but I thought it was very, very harsh. But you know what, Sheffield United is starting to see a bit of second season syndrome. They haven't started the best, and they're coming up against a very rampant Leeds side who, has to be said, it was a good win in the end, 4-3. They were 4-1 up, cruising, and then Fulham had a wee fight back in the end, but managed to hold on 4-3 winners. And looking at this game, I actually think Leeds United will go away from home and actually win this one. And it won't pile the pressure on Chris Wilder. Won't do that. But what it will do is it will put pressure on Sheffield United to get points off the board. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Leeds United in this game. I think we'll see a Leeds United win in this one. But we'll see. We'll see if it happens. Tottenham against Newcastle United now. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 4 wins to Tottenham and 1 win to Newcastle. And the last result was a 1-0 win to Newcastle United. It has to be said, Tottenham against Southampton were poor, but if it wasn't for the individual performances of Heung-min Son and Harry Kane, Tottenham would have won that game. Both of them were absolutely superb. Son with 4 goals, Kane with 4 assists and a goal. They would have been giving you good points in the fantasy, for sure. Very, very good goals as well from Son. He's just getting better and better, isn't he? And obviously, you know, Tottenham have signed Gareth Bale and Sergio Reguilon as well. Will Reguilon make his debut? Gareth Bale is out to November, unfortunately. So he'll be out for a month. So that's a blow for Spurs. But I think Spurs will have taken that 5-2 win against Southampton. Yeah, good, really, really good as well. Went behind in that game as well, which is really, really shocking. But you know, managed to get the 5-2 win in the end, and it was very, very comfortable. Newcastle United, well, from one week they win 2-0 at West Ham, and then the next game week they're a very funny team. They lose 3-0 to Brighton. It didn't help with the penalty decision in the 3rd minute. And then it was, you know, they were playing catch-up after that. So looking at this game, I know Newcastle won the last meeting at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, but I'm actually going to go for a Tottenham win in this one. Tottenham 2, Newcastle United 0. I think Tottenham will win this one. Tottenham 2, Newcastle 0. And now a very good game coming up. We have Manchester City against Leicester City. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 4 wins to Manchester City and 1 win to Leicester City. And the last result was a 3-1 win to Manchester City. Just watched Manchester City play Wolves, and they mean business. They do mean business. Kevin De Bruyne getting the penalty. Phil Foden, obviously, he is in the headlines for the right reasons this time. And Gabriel Jesus scored a very good goal as well. Yeah, Man City, good win. Good win. Against a tough opponent in Wolves. Very, very good. Very, very good indeed. Leicester City 4-2 win over Burnley. Looking very, very good as well. I know Jamie Vardy wasn't on the score sheet, but Jamie Vardy was absolutely superb on that day. Gave the Burnley backline real problems for sure. So I'm going to go for a repeat scoreline in December. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Manchester City. I think it'll be a 3-1 win to Manchester City. West Ham against Wolves. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 1 win to West Ham and 4 wins to Wolves. And the last result was a 2-0 win to Wolves. West Ham, what can you say about West Ham? They played very, very well. They played very, very well against Arsenal. Really unlucky not to come away with a point. Arsenal got the winning goal in the end. I think it was Nketiah that scored the winning goal. Yeah, I thought West Ham played very, very well. Obviously, with Antonio scoring as well. I thought he was very, very good. Wolves, well, we've just seen them. They did lose 3-1 in the end to Manchester City. Had a couple of chances though. Jimenez had a chance. Podence had a chance. It could have been a different game if those chances went in. They might have got a draw out of that game. It was a very good watch actually. Two good footballing sides to watch there. So I am actually going to go for a narrow Wolves win. West Ham's run of bad games continues. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Wolves in this game. It'll be a very interesting game for sure. 1-0 win to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Fulham against Aston Villa. We are moving into the Monday night games now. And the last 5 between the sides have resulted in 3 wins to Fulham, 1 draw and 1 win to Aston Villa. And the last result was a 2-0 win to Fulham. Fulham really unlucky not to get a point at Leeds, especially after being 4-1 down, getting it back to 4-2, getting it back to 4-3, and then it was a very, very good defensive display from Leeds to get the get the win in the end. But Fulham will be buoyed on about the fact that they have scored goals. They have scored goals, so it's good to see. But they will need to get off the mark for sure. Aston Villa have won their first game of the season. Konza getting the only goal in a 1-0 win over Sheffield United. That was my only perfect score as well. So that was very, very good from Aston Villa. Very good display to get the win as well. This is a really tough one to call because Fulham are back in front of the Cottage. Villa away form is not the best. I feel both sides will cancel each other out, and I've got a feeling that it's going to end stalemate here. I'm actually going to go for a 0-0 draw between Fulham and Aston Villa. Might be a bit harsh, but I don't really see the goals coming from both of these sides. Without Mitrovic, Fulham don't really look like scoring goals. So that is one thing I can say for sure. And the final game is my game of the weekend, for sure. It is Liverpool against Arsenal. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 2 wins to Liverpool, 2 draws and 1 win to Arsenal. And the last result was a 3-1 win to Liverpool. Liverpool, well, I really enjoyed the win against Chelsea. I'm not going to lie. It was a very, very good performance. The first half, it was a very even half up until that red card, and then it changes the game completely. Took us 5 minutes to get in the lead. Mane getting the opening goal, and then basically Kepa gave him a gift when he passes it straight to Mane, and Mane finishes it and is very, very good. Thiago Alcantara, that was his debut for the club, and he made 75 passes, which is a Premier League record for the most passes by a substitute on a Premier League debut since 2003. So very, very well done to Thiago. He is going to be a special, special player to watch. There's no doubt about it. And obviously, Diogo Jota signed as well. I think Liverpool have made some very, very good business there. I really, really do. I think it's a very, very good deal to get through. So we shall see what happens, and we'll see if Thiago makes his home debut against Arsenal. I think he will. I think he will. Jordan Henderson was taken off with a slight thigh injury, so it'll be interesting. It'll be really, really interesting to see. But Arsenal, they're coming off the back of a 2-1 win over West Ham. Yeah, Lacazette getting the opening goal. Very good cross from Aubameyang. And they conceded through Antonio, and then Nketiah got the winning goal. Yeah, I thought Arsenal were a wee bit lucky. They have a terrible, terrible record at Anfield. I don't think they've won there since 2012, which was a Robin van Persie winner in a 2-1 win for the Gunners that day. So I'm going to go for a repeat scoreline. Liverpool-Arsenal always seem to be 3-1, whichever way you want to put it. So I'm going to go for Liverpool 3, Arsenal 1 in this game. Liverpool 3, Arsenal 1. So that is it. That is my match week 3 predictions done and dusted. I will go through my predictions very, very quickly again. Brighton 1, Manchester United 2. Crystal Palace 1, Everton 1. West Brom 0, Chelsea 3. Burnley 1, Southampton 2. Sheffield United 1, Leeds United 2. Tottenham 2, Newcastle United 0. Manchester City 3, Leicester City 1. West Ham United 0, Wolves 1. Fulham 0, Aston Villa 0. And Liverpool 3, Arsenal 1. So that is it. That is my Premier League round 3 predictions done and dusted. Please leave your predictions in the comment section down below. And if we can get the views that we got on this video, the last video, I'll be ever so grateful. But honestly, thank you so much for the support recently. It really has meant a lot to me. Yeah, I'm trying to improve with every video I do as well. But I really do appreciate everyone's support as well. I will leave the fantasy football as well, top 10, right at the end of this video as well. And you can have a look at it for yourself. But until then, that will be all from me for just now. Leave your predictions in the comment section down below. And like Bluebird Legend and Annabelle Bassett, you will get a shout out in the next video if you are the high scorers. So thank you very much for watching. If you are new around here, then please hit that subscribe button, smash the like on this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Enjoy your Premier League weekend, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now. Yo.